This is a build log of my HID installation in a Toyota Solara. I'm using an H4 HID kit from LUMENS, 6000K bulbs. This is a Bi-Xenon kit, so it comes with a relay harness to connect to the battery, a pair of ballasts, and also Bi-Xenon bulbs. With the halogen bulb in a reflector housing, the low beam is formed by light bouncing off of the top of the reflector here, going downward, forming the low beam over here. Similarly, the high beam is formed by light bouncing off of the bottom of the reflector upward, forming the high beam over here. With an HID bulb in a reflector housing, light bounces off of the top of the reflector and forms a low beam down here. However, since it's 3 times as bright as a halogen bulb, some of the light escapes and bounces off of the bottom reflector this way, forming glare in the eyes of oncoming drivers. We need to make every effort to reduce this glare, although this may reduce our high beam output. This is the Bi-Xenon bulb that comes with the kit. It has a relay in here that controls the bulb's motion in and out for the low and high beams. Through some experimentation, I've found that we can reduce the glare in the reflector housings by covering up the sides here with some tape. That'll reduce the width of the beam slightly, and also cover up the bottom hole for the high beam. Now, although you'll still have a high beam, it won't be as bright as without it, but the glare will be reduced significantly. To remove the headlight, there are a few bolts that we have to remove. First, this one here on the grill. There's also one hiding down behind the grill there. One over here, and a little Phillips screw over here. 2 more 10mm nuts to remove on the side here. This is the headlight housing removed from the car. You turn it around at the back here, so you have easy access. Inside of the H4 port, there's a glare shield that can be removed with this screw. Through some further experimentation, I found that if you reach in here and you stick some peel and stick vinyl along the middle of the reflector, it reduces the glare significantly. And then install the HID bulb. Just going over the wiring here. This is the relay. It gets powered by the battery here and here. And it also connects to the wiring harness on the car to get the signal for the headlights. There's also a connection that goes to the driver's side headlight, and then that gets connected to the ballast, and then the ballast goes back to the relay. Moving over to the passenger side, again the harness splits. One goes to the ballast, which then gets wired to the bulb, and then this wire here is the signal wire for the high beams. It connects to the relay. Make sure you wire these positive and negative correctly, otherwise the high beams and low beams will be flipped. And also on the wiring harness here, these 2 connectors are not connected. They're for resistors in case you have flickering. The right side headlight has the anti-glare modifications, and the left side headlight is just the plug-and-play kit directly installed in the reflector housing. As you can see, there's significantly more glare above the cutoff line on the driver's side versus the more diffuse light on the passenger side. If you don't want the HIDs on all the time, just pull this plug near the passenger side air intake, and that'll disable the running lights. I'm going to be using my fog lights as my running lights. HID kit wiring is all tidied up. Ballast is mounted back there, and I've mounted the relays here with some zip ties. Tidied up the wiring here and over here, and then ran the wire across the rad cradle. The passenger side ballast, which is screwed on to the ABS module, and then the wiring is bundled up there for the passenger side headlight. This is the light output at night.